Hello, thank you for your interest in applying to the CHESS program here at the University of Illinois Cancer Center. I'm going to spend the next several minutes walking us through the application process and some important instructions along the way. So right off the bat, you'll see that this program is for rising sophomore, junior, and seniors from underrepresented backgrounds in science and healthcare. So even if you are graduating from high school in the spring or summer of 2025, you're still eligible for CHESS. And also, I wanted to note that for more information on underrepresented backgrounds, you can click this link right here and you'll be directed to more information on underrepresented racial and ethnic groups down here, individuals with disabilities here, and individuals from disadvantaged backgrounds here. And these are all ways to qualify for the CHESS program. Toggling back over to the main webpage, you'll see that the application deadline for the CHESS program is on the third Monday in January. Your materials, including recommendation letters and transcripts, must be submitted by that date. I recommend starting early so that you'll have plenty of time to gather everything that you need before the due date. As far as admission decisions go, there will be an email notification. So keep an eye in your inbox, and that will come or be sent out around March or April. So next, I thought we could just walk through some important points on the actual application itself. So you can click right here, apply for 2025 CHESS, and it will take you right to the application itself. At the top of the application, you'll first see the program summary. And one thing I want to note here is that this is a full-time summer program. This means that you are welcome to apply to multiple summer programs, but ultimately, if accepted into the CHESS program, you would need to commit to it full-time. Below that are detailed instructions that I encourage you all to read thoroughly before completing the application. We won't go through all of that here, but I will hit on some of those important instructions throughout. At the top, you have your application checklist along with your name and whatever date you start the application. So you'll fill all three of those out. You can just check and uncheck these freely. It's just for reference purposes for you to be able to keep track of everything you need for your application. After that, you'll hit personal information. So please complete all fields. It is especially important for eligibility criteria for the CHESS program. And one thing to note is that only fully completed applications will be considered, especially when you get down to some of the demographic information. Please fill that out. It's important for eligibility criteria. After you finish personal information, you'll hit contact information. Please make sure this is a convenient way for us to communicate with you. And there's mailing information as well. And then you hit parent or legal guardian information, where you'll just fill in your parent or legal guardian's name, how to contact them, etc. Attached to the parent or legal guardian information is a separate citizenship status, and this is for you. This is for you as the applicant. We need to know your status for payment purposes and other HR related stuff. So just make sure you fill out that. And if you don't know, we have found that these two links are very helpful for figuring that out, but also you can ask your parent or legal guardian as well. Then you will run into high school education, where you'll just input all of that information. And then there's some brief questions about your education and career goals. So make sure you fill in all of these. And there's other questions like, how did you hear about the CHESS program? And then comes your statement of purpose. So you'll just follow the instructions that you see here on what is required, and then you'll select the green upload file to attach a document. A lot of questions come up around the statement of purpose, like how do I write a strong personal statement? So here's a few tips. The personal statement is one of the most important parts of your application. So be authentic. We want to hear your genuine voice. We want to hear you talk about your passions, experiences, and your goals in your own words. Be specific rather than general statements. Give examples. If you love science and your understanding of cancer-related research, tell us about a project you've worked on or a topic you're curious about. Connect it to the program. Explain why this specific summer program, chess, and subject area fits you well. What do you hope to gain from the experience? And then finally, just take your time with this. It's worth spending an extra effort just to make it shine, to make it stick out to anyone reviewing your application. Note here that you need to upload your essay as a .docs or a .doc when you are uploading your file. Next up is the NIH diversity statement. This section is important to be accurately filled out for eligibility criteria, again, for the chess program. For example, if you're not sure if you qualify as a person with a disability, we have provided links right here. And then that is true as well for disadvantaged backgrounds. So you can look at the links for each criteria that you would meet. And then just know if none of these apply to you, please select not applicable. Otherwise, it doesn't trigger correctly on the back end. Then you see here, we have letters of recommendation. We recommend you asking teachers who know you well, especially those who have taught you in subjects related to the program you're applying to. They can speak to your strengths, commitment to learning, and potential for growth in the program. And ask them early so that they have plenty of time to write a thoughtful letter. Once they have given you the go-ahead, like they have said, yes, we'll write you a letter of recommendation, all you need to do is enter their first and last name and their email address in these boxes. And when you submit your application, it will automatically trigger the chess program to reach out to your teacher for a recommendation. So once you have gotten their approval and you've entered their information in here, that's all you have to do. We will take care of the rest of it. We will reach out to your person that you've listed for your letter of recommendation. After letter of recommendation comes the transcript. You will again use the green file, upload file button to attach your school transcript, which includes grades from all of the high school classes you have taken up until now. And unofficial transcripts are acceptable as well as a screenshot, as long as it contains your name and your school's name. And the best way to get this is to ask your guidance counselor for a copy. We're nearing the end here. Next up, you will see this map of Cook County. And there are a few questions associated, like, do you have a connection with any of the Chicago community areas above? And if you scroll down on the map, you'll see the numbers listed here. When you scroll down on the map, you can see what numbers they correspond to. And please do not worry if you don't have any connections to these neighborhoods. We are just trying to understand who our applicant pool is. So no worries, but do please answer these yes or no. And then comes the applicant signature, and then you will need a signature of a parent or a legal guardian as well. And you'll use the green buttons right here to add those. Lastly, but the most important, in my opinion, is when you're getting ready to submit or if you need to come back to the application. This part is very important because you will probably not be completing the entire application all at once. So I'm going to walk you through how to save and return later. To save and return later, you'll click the button. It will give you a return code. You'll want to write this return code down. And once you've written it down, you'll want to put your email address in here and tell it to send you the survey link, because this is This will be a link that will allow you to reopen. It'll ask you for the return code instead of just starting another new application. So please use the save and return later function where you get the return code and you put in your email address, because otherwise you'll have to start the application over, and also because it creates multiple applications with your name listed every time you start a new one. So it's best to just use this return code. That is the last piece I have for you today. If you just do that and hit survey link, it will tell you that the email was successfully sent to the email you chose, and you're good to go. I believe that is all I have for you today. But if you have any questions about this application or the CHESS program, please reach out to us at surtech@uic.edu. You'll see that listed down here at the bottom. And we can't wait to see your application.